Thrashers! Very excited for today's video. This is a viewer suggestion. 20 Dave Mustaine concepts, ideas, whatever. Somebody wanted this because of the length of that demo solo video. And I figured, sure, why not? But given that this is a 20 style thing, you know, it's not very easy to come up with 20 things to demonstrate. So I guess I'll just do as many as I can. It'll be a little bit more precise and a little bit quick and to the point. So number one is, of course, his patented scale. This is where he is. His number one is the basic foundation. As I demonstrated in the other video, I'll reiterate. So you have your pentatonic, and you have to put these in-between notes and maybe even these upper extensions or relocations of other notes. So I'm taking this note, putting it here, and I have another higher note from back here, up here. So, and these in-betweens. So from top to bottom, it would look kind of like that. Sometimes he throws these frets here, 14. Not a lot, though, but occasionally, like in The Conjuring. You know, with that little thing right there. So this is number one, your whole little roadmap. And I guess a good thing to do is a pattern that Dave loves to take up and down it. So this pattern, it's kind of like a up and down kind of idea where I go up, what is that? 5 notes. No, 6 notes. And then down by 3 when I get up here. So you have that kind of... Or like that even. Where you're using a lot of hammer-ons, I guess. But this idea number 2 with this pattern... That type of idea. Usually only carry it to here, maybe. And it's kind of loosey-goosey. I don't do it the same way every single time. But just think about this, like, pattern right here, this tempo. You know, that type of idea. And you can go back for that one note or just keep going up. Or you can repeat them like I just did there. And I'm using the 6 there because I really like it, but Dave doesn't do that. So number 2 is, I guess, that ascending pattern. And it goes all the way up to about this note here most of the time. What about when you're going backwards? Well, there are a lot of different ways to go backwards, but if you're going from the top to the bottom, you kind of have this like idea with this extended bit here. And sometimes Dave goes here, but that's just a repetition of that note. So if you want to do it clean, you probably won't repeat it. And this pattern he does is kind of like a 16ths, but there's like 4 notes and then 4 notes. So he's doing this type of 4 idea. I guess this is also in The Conjuring, but you going down. And then at the bottom, you rush it. So you have this. And you're doing a lot of pull-offs. I'm picking every note for clarity's sake, but really Dave is just... You know... So from the top, I'll do it really slow. This is number 3. And that little idea, I guess this is like a little mini. Maybe this is number 4. Who knows? I'm counting them because people like numbers in the titles of videos, but it's kind of just all mixed up with this. That idea where you're doing a down, up, and a bunch of pull-offs. And I think I'm hitting twice on this because one is a hammer-on from nowhere, and then I'm picking it again to pull off. So it's better, you know, digga-digga-digga-doo. But I guess that's number 4 for when you're going down. There you go. That's a total Dave Mustaine way of going up. Yeah. It's number 2, and then you go up maybe like... We'll do a little lick for going up to the top. A repeating Dave Mustaine pattern, I guess, that you'll hear in, of course, Holy Wars. But you also hear this idea in the solo in Liar at the very end, but in a different pentatonic scale than E. But this idea... I think Dave does it with these fingers. But it's this idea where you're taking these extensions that I showed you, and you're hammering on and picking only the first note. And maybe you bend the last one. So, when you get done with this pattern here, that's a little sloppy, but... There you go. That's a little miniature Dave Mustaine solo, just out of these like first 5 things or whatever. Another one, I guess, would be his usage of tremolo picking on a bent note. So let's say you're doing this pattern I showed you in like the idea number 2. And you reach this note, bend it up slowly while tremolo picking. Right? And give it some vibrato. Like in the Wake Up Dead solo. You know, maybe I'll show that to you. That's another idea, is chromaticism. Dave does this with so many things. I think I'll bunch this 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to give you 4 licks that Dave Mustaine uses and chromatically moving them. So this idea where we showed this extension, where you can take it up like that. Maybe end it there, going to the high E. Something like that. Or backwards, maybe. But going up. Like that. You might want to start switching to using, like, pointer, middle, pinky after a while, or just start with it. I don't know. So that's like 1 and 2, and then 2 more, and then we'll be at 10. How about this one? That's the patented Dave Mustaine lick. As I showed in the other video, take it up. And at the end, to make it even more frantic, I just did only the first little bit of it. Ah. Something like that. That's really cool. It's very Dave-ish. And I guess last will be just straight up this lick here, where you're going straight down. You could do that like the beginning of the Conjuring solo, like just going straight down this 3-note. And that's fine. That's another Dave pattern to do, just pulling off every single thing. But for chromaticism, you might just take this first little bit of it and go up. And I think that's in his Whiplash demo solo. He does this type of thing, where you're just going up. So do with that what you will. I guess another one would be that pattern. This is almost kind of Kirkish, but Dave sometimes does this, where you're jumping the gun on the pull-off of a pattern. It could be on the high E or the B in these areas. So it has this kind of like... whatever. And then take it with your chromatic. Or maybe here. Right? Or up. Something like that. I guess, what are we on now? What? 12? Man, I'm a metalhead. You know I can't count. What about tapping? Dave loves to tap minor arpeggios, which is this type of shape here, where you have like... Right? And he'll chromatically bring these down, just doing them for fun. Like in the intro in Devil's Island. He'll bring them across strings, kind of like, not all the way across strings, Van Halen style. Not like that, but he'll bring them straight down. And then just stop doubling them up and just do straight down like that. Same thing with diminished arpeggios, like in Bad Omen. Whatever. So chromatically bringing your tapped arpeggio different places. You know, something like that maybe, if Dave would have kept on doing crazy stuff. He would have made a lick kind of like that, where you're just going, you know, whatever. So what's that? 13. Got a couple more to go. 6 more to go. No, 7 more to go. What about his low stuff, I guess, with his bends? How to bend like Dave is pretty important. So in the Black Friday video, I think is what I'm going to base this little idea off of, where he has this lick. He's soloing off of that. He's just being really gross with these bends here. And then jumps right up. Alright, sorry. And he does the Dave Mustaine pattern. You know, within, like I showed you that, descending 4, and then into some other thing, like a something. I forget what. I have to like be playing along to the song to do it, but that idea, just bend. Or maybe like the solo in Peace Sells videos. With that vibrato and that. Get that vibrato correct. Get that Dave vibrato. He can do it. That shake. He doesn't have very wide vibrato like, I don't know, Brandon Ellis, George Lynch, where it's like... It's nothing like that. No, it's very shaky, very quick. Not like Guitar Center idiot, really tight. He does go up a bit, but not like really close like that. Or like a violin player. Not like that. So, get his vibrato correct. I guess I'll do number 15. I think we're on now. That was 14. Number 15 as a double stop idea. How Dave does double stops and what his favorite places are. So if you're in the pentatonic, he likes to do on the G and the B string these ones. like just as like little break points or whatever, or maybe just for the lick. Remember in the Bad Omen, and he even does them high up with that idea right there, doing them on the B and the E. But this idea of using this double stop where it's just flat across is what he does in Devil's Island. What is it? And then he does it, you know, that solo. Love that song. But using those double stops. But he's doing them across the D and the G. You can do them kind of anywhere. Like that or something. The other ones he likes, of course, are the one where you bend the note up to the same pitch on the B and the E. That one's really fun. Something stupid. Whatever. That one, of course, and then the same thing on these sets of strings here, where you try to bend it. Another one he really likes is this particular one right here. These two. That I did at the start of the video for that little solo thing I did. You know. So you can do any one of those, like if I had a solo that had all of them. Do that Dave idea with a bend pick, you know, whatever. We're getting a little off track. That is, what was that, number 15, 16? I'm not keeping track. I'm just doing it. What about we take a look at, aside from this type of stuff, maybe some more patterns going up and down that he might do, or just little things where he wants to stay in one place. So he'll do this pattern for that one lick I showed you during the chromatic bit, that anywhere, right? And then go into the 4. And then sometimes in this 4, he'll do this idea right here where you have the trill, hammer pull off. And then going back in that rush. Right? So cool. So you have that. And that little, like, just throwing in that occasionally everywhere. Like if I want to do a crazy Dave lick that wasn't just straight down like that, like he used to do, I'd add one of these hammer pull things. Sure, let's do another one. How about, as I demonstrated in the Devil's Island thing, when he was like, what was it? How did he do it? How did he do it? Yeah, it's here. Okay, so this idea where he was doing that, he then goes into this. Right? And I'm pretty sure this was to try to compete with Kirk Hammett, because Kirk did a similar lick in one of the Metallica songs where he has this picking thing. Right? So you're just pedaling one note constantly, and then you're only hitting the notes of the pentatonic, and then that minor or whatever you're thinking. You know, like you're thinking natural minor with your... So... And he goes down using these notes that I said he sometimes uses. Something like that. So doing that kind of pedal idea, you can maybe have it in like... And then you can go down or something. And then maybe do like some descending thing or whatever. What about another idea that I think is weird? Dave only ever did like once, but maybe he would have done it more if he like stayed younger or something. Maybe we need to give him some of that like adrenochrome stuff celebrities use or whatever, you know, reverse aging garbage. In Five Magics, was it Five Magics? I think it was Five Magics, where he has this kind of idea, that kind of wide stretch. It's just a minor arpeggio, but he's doing a stretch way up here and doing his Dave Mustaine. That starting lick and doing it over and over. That's the easiest thing to do. He does that everywhere. So just do that with this. I forget what the pattern he does going up. I don't remember exactly. Something cool though. Let's see. I guess another thing that he does sometimes that I talked about with this tapping thing was that diminished tap he does with like the Bad Omen. Right? He'll do diminished arpeggio sweeps like in Skull Beneath the Skin or Set the World Afire, where he has this like Yngwie Malmsteen thing where you have your these notes and then your pinky here. Dave got really good at that. And he just takes it chromatically or sometimes proper up in minor thirds. Yeah. So, or just chromatic. So you might just throw that in there. I like to do it sometimes not having the pinky. I make it harder on myself and I move my ring finger. But I'm pretty sure Dave, for consistency's sake, always used the pinky. What's that? 17, 18? I don't know. I guess another one in like Five Magics where he has like... He does the same thing moving in minor thirds, but he does it with the minor scale of like your first finger on the B note. So like you're thinking this minor, but he's doing I think like that with a bunch of pull-offs. And I might be doing it. He does it in Five Magics, and I think he does a similar type of thing. Like that, where he goes. And then goes back in Go to Hell. That's a really cool song. A lot of cool Dave ideas in that one, I guess. But yeah, that's like another chromatic thing he does. But instead of doing it with any of his arpeggios or his pentatonic, he just does it with the minor scale from the B notes perspective. So that's pretty freaking cool, I guess. That'll turn some heads. That's a pretty cool little concept. I think we got what, like one or two more? Who knows? Let me think about something cool that Dave does a lot. What about when I talked about his tapping in that Go to Hell solo? There is like a part where he does do some sort of weird tapped, like diminished thing within the pentatonic. So I guess a point of advice would be to look for like pentatonic tapping patterns you could do. And it wouldn't be super out of character for Dave to get really good at tapping if he wanted to. I feel like, I don't know, if you time traveled and showed Dave Mustaine like 2 or 3 cool tapping licks, he'd get really like motivated and probably learn like 7 or something, or just make a bunch of stupid cool ones. Like he has a really badass one in Hook and Mouth that I might show if I do a video on that. This video is getting long, so let's keep it short. How about I do what he likes to do going up, not chromatically, but within a scale, quote unquote. This happens at the end of the Mechanics and a bunch of other songs. Say you're in E, he'll do his like ascending one hammer hammer, one hammer hammer thing, but not with this pentatonic, but with this scale. And maybe he'll go back. That's kind of what the end of the Mechanics is, and it's kind of, you're looking at Dorian from E's perspective the whole way through mostly, but then he switches it to E minor, and then like that. Something like that. You can kind of afford to, I guess, skip around and move around it. Something stupid where I'm doing like the 4s going down, like how he would, like that, but up here. Or maybe that easiest thing in the world to do to start the 4s, right? And maybe I'm skipping like that. It's 19, I guess 20. Pinch harmonics, sure. Dave uses pinch harmonics a lot, or even just tapped harmonics sometimes, but mostly it's pinch harmonics. Like he'll do. That's Chris Poland. How does Dave do him? He does it in the Set the World Afire solo. Like he does it. Something, I think. Or maybe in That's Wake Up Dead, I think. A lot of Dave solos sound the same because I'm giving you all the secrets. I'm flashing through my head every single solo he does. But you do pinch harmonics mostly on the G string, on that note that I told you to like hammer the hell out of. We're in F. Right? You could really dig your thumb into there and just play all these Dave Mustaine patterns with that pinch going on. So that's an option you have. And maybe I'll do a couple more, like maybe like that one is another pattern he uses, going down instead of up. So you do descend, pull off up, and then you re-hit this for a double. Like that. And if you want to be kind of Dave-ish, you can go back up after one of them. Like that. Something like that. You know, I threw it in there somewhere, probably. So, yeah, this is, I guess, a shorter video, only half an hour instead of like a whole hour or whatever. So, good luck with these maybe 20 or so concepts. I didn't count them out. Someone wanted 20 and asked nicely. That's the big point. Sorry, it's just funny getting somebody to ask with manners for a video. That's just really funny, but it's good. It's polite. Be couth. Don't be uncouth. Yeah, if you hear anybody say that word, punch them. So yeah, there it goes. I guess some leaving notes that I'll mention are Dave Mustaine's influences when it comes to his pentatonic playing. He and James, and probably Kirk, they all listen to like the same dudes. I think Dave was especially influenced, along with James, by Michael Schenker. James more or less for like the rhythm and the guitar shape, but Dave really liked Schenker's solo project with MSG, Michael Schenker Group. You can see him with a shirt of MSG. He also really liked Venom, and that Venom guitarist, I do not remember his name. I do not commit Venom. I mean, I only learned like "Don't Burn the Witch" or something. That song is so cool. You know, but their lead guitar guy can kind of rip. Dave really liked Angel Witch, and they're kind of like a Maiden-esque kind of clone. And I'm sure they probably have some really cool pentatonic stuff. And Judas Priest, you know, they have a lot of cool pentatonic soloing in their early stuff. Dave really liked the album Sad Wings of Destiny or whatever. That's like one of the first Priest things. Also Angus Young, AC/DC, because you can find Dave in a recording studio with Junior. I shouldn't call him that. I should call him Ellison. Where they're both wearing, like, or at least Dave is wearing an AC/DC t-shirt, the white one with the red AC/DC logo. So a lot of these things are stolen from any of those dudes. Like, I'm pretty sure you can find Michael Schenker doing something like that. Probably in one of his songs or something. Or maybe like a... Surely he got that from Schenker. That repeating thing. And then Angus Young, he definitely stole this. Angus would probably do like a... where it's very staccato and you stop it with your hand. But Dave, being Dave, had to like, you know, Mr. Mr. like heroin fingers, just can't stop twitching. So, yeah, I guess that's a lot of stuff. This is probably his biggest influence. If you listen to like any of those tunes, you try to cop some of the licks from there and then tweak them, Daveify them, you'll have new licks that you can claim are your own. And if you write cool riffs or whatever, you can get some bandmates and they can claim they were their own. I'm sorry, I'm a fan of Dave. I can't help but make jokes like that every time he's in the topic of conversation. I love to make Metallica heads shiver. Woo. No, I like Metallica. I got a shirt. I wouldn't wear a shirt of theirs if I didn't think they were all right. And Kirk's pretty cool too. He's all right. But yeah, there's not much else to say. I don't want to drag this on. I will ask though, leave comments on what Megadeth tunes you want me to demonstrate. I know a lot of the Dave solos from the first 3 albums and a decent amount from Rust in Peace. Some of those songs really difficult but really cool, and maybe a couple off of Countdown to Extinction. I haven't learned as much of that, you know, that record as I should, or even Euthanasia for that matter. Some of those songs I should probably learn too, because they're really cool. I would think I was starting to learn what is it? Shoot, The Killing Road. I forget how it goes, and it's 2.5 step down. It would help if I turned on my little Digitech drop to fix that. Anyways, yeah, listen to metal, play metal, be metal. Hope you enjoy this little video, a little over half an hour video, and yeah, stay tuned, like, subscribe. I hate saying that, but you got to do it. It's YouTube. Make those numbers go up. You know, let's get some more traction here. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Going back to the other songs, doing the solos and any of the other songs I covered and showed. Some more Havoc stuff off the first record. I got to learn Persona Non Grata and redemonstrate that. And I'm fixing a riff in Toxic Waltz that I got wrong. Probably tomorrow. I'll just really quickly use an addendum, and I'll like do an addendum. That word is so weird. I'll make a quick little video before I get those other guitars back, just showing the riff I got wrong that Gary totally schooled me. So yeah, later, dudes. I always wanted to throw the pick. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you saw it throw the pick. I want to hit it. I want to hit the lens. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to like throw it over my laptop. Well, that was kind of close. All right, goodbye.